need to go that way. Well, I don't really want to go around the track today. Right, I'm going to attempt to hack Dora on my own. What is going on with these flicky bits? Got some serious... I feel like I've always got some serious hair going on when it comes to hats. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm going to attempt to hack Dora Do on our own today. I was thinking maybe doing the road, but then I need to put a high vis on, and I was like, that is adding too much. So let's just try and hack around the track on our own. As much as I think this would be a good long form YouTube video, I might have to film portrait quite a lot, so it might not work, but we'll see. We'll have a look. I need to start charging my GoPro because I'm really bad at that. I think my GoPro's charged, I just don't know where the memory card is for it. So I'm going to be shoving you down my body protector, and that doesn't always work. So we'll see what we can get, if we can get any footage. But yeah, got my new hat on, going to pick Dora up.
Right, you lovely lot. So, as you'll be aware, hopefully you have watched part 1 of this Backing Dora series. If you haven't, I recommend that you go and watch it. But if not, a very quick progress update is we are kind of in our 5th, 6th ride at this point. I've had lots of rides around the concrete on the yard, and then I've had a hack with Steve, and then this is when we first started trying to hack per se on our own. We're still on the farmyard, we're still on the tracks, but it's lovely sloping grass that we are able to just pick up a little bit of speed, and what you just saw there was our first ever trot. But I did leave part 1 in saying that this is where we started experiencing some issues and the start of our napping. Now, the lady I bought her from did say, you cannot argue with this horse because she will win, it will get worse and worse, she will rear, and you don't want to do that basically. And that is where I lacked experience and got a little bit scared. I can't lie to you, that obviously does happen. I am very green in backing a horse. She is not only my first ever horse, but she is also the first ever horse that I have backed. There is going to be times where I feel like I have bitten off more than I can chew. This is definitely probably one of them, unfortunately, but here we are. I spent a lot of time back to the basics, spending time with Dora, doing all of that good groundwork that we need, just bonding with her because she is adorable, bless her. She had some foot issues, we had to get the farrier out. Yeah, just loving on her really, getting that bond. She did go around the track like a good few times on her own where she was happy, but here is where we started escalating in that nappiness. So I'm trying to stay really calm. I'm trying not to put my leg on because at this point I don't think I really put leg on with Dora yet. We are kind of really steering with the bit, which she stretches her head up and isn't happy about. And then she just decides, yeah, she's not going, she doesn't want to go, and we start getting this. This bit was scary. I did not like the leaping. It's not big, it's not terrifying, but yeah, I didn't really know how to get through this, so I took her back onto the yard and I just started long lining. That was the only thing that I could really think to do to get her going, get her moving forward. But the problem is, she was completely fine long lining. With me behind her, she was good as gold. And this is where I was contacting my aunt and I was needing that help because I was like, what on earth am I doing and what does she need from me? So you can see that she is completely fine to long line. This was immediately after that napping incident. So me behind her and long lining, she's good as gold, but it's just on her back, she is a nightmare. And I really was feeling like I don't know what I'm doing. I've bitten off more than I can chew. My confidence was waning a little bit. And I just was asking my aunt quite a lot of like, is this napping? Do I need to give her a tap on the shoulder to get through this. What do I do? But on the flip side, I had someone that knows the horse very well saying, you can't fight with her, don't give her a tap on the shoulder. And yeah, it was a bit frustrating, I can't lie. Then what happened is Dora got a field injury. So you did see it a little second ago where I've put like this, I think it's like aluminium spray that dries it out on her foot, because it was getting a little bit wet in the fields at this point and I didn't want it to get like infected or anything worse, but I did need to put something on it. And I also got really, really poorly. I think I got COVID at this point. There was a lot going on in my life. I had a job from hell that was taking a toll on me. I had a lot of changes. Yeah, I got really, really sick. So I wasn't riding. I didn't have the reaction speed to be sitting on a freshly backed horse. I just thought, let's go to the ground, let's restart and let's see what we can do. So I actually YouTubed a lot of backing videos because I thought, although I had got far enough with Dora just off vibes, I probably needed professional help. But I was struggling to find someone that I could pay to come and back Dora for me, basically. So YouTube is where we went. YouTube is what we were looking for. Specifically, this video helped us a lot. I really wanted to increase that bond with Dora, make my cues clear, and just see what we can sort of figure out on the ground. And this was so valuable and so interesting. So teaching Dora to move off the leg, I needed to do that from the ground. And basically I would just go down the side of her, and where my leg would put on pressure, I put my hand, and you get a very, very large reaction from this lady. She does not like being told what to do in that instinct, and she tries to kick me a few times, which was incredibly telling, because then that means that any pressure I put on from my leg, if she's having that kind of reaction from the ground, she is probably going to have that reaction in the saddle. So that was very interesting. And again, I just spent a lot of time while I was poorly, while the weather wasn't too bad, bonding with her, getting to know her better, trying to build that confidence up in each other where we knew what we were doing. And I spent days and days and days just doing groundwork, teaching her to move off from the rein, teaching her to move off from my hand, which would then move on to the leg. And it was just interesting just seeing sort of how far we kind of come, basically. And yeah, a lot of lunging, keeping her fit, and just being on the ground. After a good few weeks of doing this again and not sitting on her, it was time that I needed to get back on this pony and just implement what we'd been doing on the ground but under saddle. So you can see that I'm just starting the session off by on the ground, reaffirming what we've been learning just so that she remembers, and then getting on board. Once we are on board, we shoot off rather undignified. So I get off and I reset, and then I just start showing her what we've been doing but from her back. A good way to practice with the moving off the pressure of the leg is by facing them to the barrier, putting the leg on and asking them to swing round. I recommend, this isn't, my video is not a training video, I'm definitely not there, but I recommend watching this specific video, which is the one that I took the training from, because it was brilliant. I absolutely loved it. And you can see that we are actually getting the results that we're meant to be getting, which means that that video is probably a bit credible, because if me, complete beginner teaching backing, can follow it and get what we're meant to be getting, then yeah, that is pretty positive. After we spent a lot of time in the school, obviously doing that groundwork and then taking that onto the saddle, I thought, let's get back on, let's go around the track, because the track is what leads to hacking, and that would be way more interesting than having us just in the school all the time. I didn't want to just be in the school all the time. I wanted to get out hacking because the yard we're at has amazing hacking. But it did not work. It did not work. I think we had one really nice ride around the track, and then it just got worse. We were hopping, we were mad, we went fully into that bush at some point, I think. Oh my god, yeah, that went pretty high, Dora. Oh my god, I've completely forgot about that. That was probably the biggest sort of reaction we've had, and I didn't enjoy it. I think at one point I actually kind of smack her on the head when we're up, just so that she thinks that there's a bit of a roof, because what on earth is this tantrum about? It's so unnecessary. And yeah, I really feel like a lost cause at this point. Was probably like the low of our backing journey for me, because I was so convinced that I'd done the worst thing possible. Why have I bought this horse? Why, like, I am so unequipped for this. This is not like the path that I should have taken. I'm gonna ruin this poor girl. Oh yeah, I felt awful this day, and I really didn't know what to do. So I'm not gonna lie, guys, the next video is me taking Dora away. I did not want to leave this yard, don't get me wrong. This yard has amazing hacking, it's got amazing facilities, amazing people, but the yard was potentially closing down. And so I had also moved further away from this yard than I would want to be to having a horse here, especially on DIY. Like, I couldn't get there twice a day, it's just too far. So I made the decision that I needed to take Dora away and try and finish the backing process somewhere else. You have to remember, she has been in the herd of horses that she's with all of her life. She has been at this yard for the last 5 years, and she hasn't been ridden here. So my thinking was potentially that in her brain, this yard means no work. So I was kind of hoping that moving her away might mean, okay, we go away, we get on, this is what we do here. And hopefully we'll start getting a bit more progress, and yeah, that's my hope. So I'm going to leave you here at the moment. Hopefully you've enjoyed part 2. It's probably not the most positive part, I'm not going to lie. This was a very low moment in my journey with Dora. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, where we're going to talk a little bit about the yard we moved to, which has got a bit of tea. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to say about the next yard. I'm not going to lie. We'll see. But basically, we move away. So I'll see you there. And yeah, have a good day, guys. Like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!